Hi guys, Moz here from Moz6510 Models. We are a channel dedicated to help you become a better scale modeler. Kit review time, another vintage kit that's in my stash that I thought I'd bring out and show you all is this Airfix Heinkel He111 H-20. It was number 484. It's a Series 4 model. It was released originally in 1962. It was a rigid top box opening. So looking through the timeline, this has been ultimately used by Airfix with the exception of the kind of branding arms that they had, like the Airfix Corporation of America, Airfix by Craftmaster, MPC released it as well, and so did Airfix Gunsey. They also released it for that, but it's solely an Airfix tooling. Fair enough. So 1962, this was the box art. This is when it was released, 1962, so it's a very old kit. So you're looking at what's it now, 58 years ago this kit was first released, or 1962. It was then re-released with a new box in 1963. Not much changed, it was just basically rewrapped in their brand new logo, and it just said Airfix 72 scale. It was still numbered 484. Then it was released in America in the mid 1960s, then by the Craftmaster, and they also reboxed it with new decals for that new market with the MPC range. So then in 1973 it was then re-released, then again in 1975, both times as new box art. In between 75 and 83, they launched it again with MPC with new parts in it. Just looking at it, it's got crewman. I think that's the only difference really between when it was released originally. They just added crewman to that one, I believe. 1983, it then became that box art that was basically the model built, and it was a photograph of the model built, where I believe the item number was 904004, which was, honestly, it was just a rebox. And then it came out again 3 years later, again with a different sort of angle on the picture, but same sort of box art. It was then 05021 was the part number for that one, and it just kept on going on like this. There was another reboxing again, which had the more artwork involved. It wasn't a picture of a model. 05021, and then it was basically left aside until 1993 when it was released with the new Airfix logo and the Heinkel kind of box art. And then it was then left alone really for nearly 17 years, when it was released again in 2010 in the Battle of Britain, which had the Hawker Hurricane, the Heinkel, the Messerschmitt Bf109E4, and the Supermarine Spitfire Mark 1A, all in that kit. It was a good kit, actually. I think you can still get it. I've seen sometimes it's been, you can get it on eBay. If you look for the number A50022, that's where it was for that kit. It was a good release, actually. And then the last time it was released on its own as a kit was in 2011. There was a rebox. It had changed the decals, obviously, which was the part number 805021, and that was the last time I believe it was released, or just a change of box. I think it was that's where we're at, and you can still buy them. In 2015, they then brought out the new tool. So this one here, this tooling was basically going all the way to 2011, sorry. So you had quite a lot of action, this particular modem. I don't know where it's gone from now, if whether somebody else has taken on that tooling or they've just retired it. It done all right. It had its years, but as I said, this one is pure blood. This one is the original, and it's a top opening box. We open up the box, and we see that the first thing you come across is the instructions. and it's basically an exploded view of where the parts go. And then you have a list to go down where it says, number 1, locate and cement one of each type of cabin window in place in port fuselage half. And so, you know, it's basically talking you through the build. There's none of this, you know, stopgap sort of like build. That's how it comes. A little bit at the bottom about what colours you need. For painting, use Airfix paint. For fixing, use Airfix polystyrene cement. So that was the instructions. And then on the back there just gives you a very, very basic version of, you know, there's no colour, obviously, of the camo. And also the skin. So it's light blue underneath. Then you had your dark green and your extra dark green. And then you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decals to go on. So yeah, there's your instructions. Also, the best bit about it was there's a lot of history, you know, written down about it, about the kit. So put to one side. Unfortunately, as you can see, because of the age of it, the decals will obviously have yellowed. So in front of some sort of sunlight to get them looking a bit more whiter. I've got some theories that I'm testing at the moment, and I will do a video on it on how you can get these even whiter, but we shall leave that for now. Move them across. And then the kit inside came basically like this. The bigger ones were not on the sprues. Whips the bigger pieces. Let's just get them out. We'll put it to one side. We'll get deeper into that in a minute. So I need the other half here. So there you go. Raise the panel lines, obviously. Not too much detail, but there's definitely, you can, I think, you know, like rivet sort of thing there. You can see all that nice blocked up windows there, which I presume you could actually cut open and do it yourself. Location pins, which are normally, when I found these, are pretty hit and miss. And that was interesting. I wonder if the actual, it was a moving tail fin there. But yeah, that's basically it on that one. Looking on the side here, you know, you can imagine, you know, this kit was going for almost 40 years, 50 years, this kit, before they changed it. And it's not looking too bad, you know. As I said, this is one of the originals. You can see there's some release agent in there. Release pin marks are all inside. Not really, you know, you won't see a lot of that. The wings, again, there's the release pins. Location pins there, fits in. You know, it will need some work doing to get this to fit nice. But you can see by the detail there, you know, it is what it is, you know. For what they had technology-wise back then, you know, there was none of this scanning and, is it LiDAR they call it now, when they use all these different, you know, different lenses to scan a model. It's completely different nowadays than what it is now. So looks like you get a stand with this one as well. There you go. Yeah, you get a stand. Bring back the stands. I think me and Quick Kits have all agreed that we need to bring back the stands to the kits, because it really does make a difference. Sprues again, you know, it's, look at the detail though on the gear in there. You know, there's detail there. It's all right. It's all right. And so that must be the reason why they carried on using it, was because for a kit of the age, it wasn't too bad. Look at the locating pins there. I think, you know, they thought about it when they did this. You know, 2 half wheels, put them together, make one wheel. The prop, you know, if I was a little kid and I was given this kit, I would be overjoyed. There's your men there laying down. There's guns there. Yes, it's not a bad looking kit. I've got some little pins there. The glass obviously would need a good dip in. Two halves for the front. Yeah, there's a hole there for the gun. Yeah, there's a lot of glass, to be honest. And another piece in there. No, that's it. So yeah, that's really the kit in itself. I'm quite impressed by it. And also, again, we bring back the stand. For Telford next year, bring out kits that have stands in them. Look at the decals just quite quickly again. You see, you know, quite basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 decals. That's all you get. But yeah, it's all right. It is, like I said, what it is for a 50, 60-year-old kit. And that is in my collection. Do you know what? Sometimes I look at them and I think, should I build it? And I think, no, keep it natural, if you know what I mean. And what I'll do is buy like a 1990s kit and build that instead, and work harder to make it all fit. So there you go. That is the Airfix Heinkel He Mark 3 He.3 H-20. 484 is the code, and that's really it. Nothing on the back. So if you like the video, click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and click that bell so you'll be notified on any future videos. We try and do a live stream most nights where I build part of a model and we talk about the news in the model arena. All right, well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.